friends, my name is Krisztina and welcome back to my channel. In this video I will tell you all about my vegetable garden, how the whole garden came together with all my raised beds, and at the end of the video I will tell you all about the veggies that I will grow this year. First, I'm going to talk about why I created my vegetable garden. There is a few reasons why. The first is I love the feeling when I go into my garden and it's full of life and healthy food, and I really like to work the soil for the new crops. Also, the kids really like to hang out in the vegetable garden. Last year they surprised me because they spent more time in the vegetable garden than I expected. They really like to help me water all my vegetables and to harvest, and really just taking care of them all season long. Of course, they help me all the way from deciding what to plant and to grow and to harvest. The kids always get to choose what they want to grow for the upcoming year. So we always order our seeds together, and I really hope that they will learn to like it as much as I do. Another reason that I decided to create our vegetable garden is to be able to grow our own food. Like when we are able to get our own eggs from the chickens, or when we can harvest the honey from the beehives. It's a really good feeling to be able to go out on our country home and get our own food, vegetables, eggs and honey. There is nothing like tasting food produced on our own country home. Another reason is that I can create and style my vegetable garden the way I like it, with plant hangers, with growing bags. I have different vegetables and I have flower beds also in my vegetable garden, and together they look really nice. Last year I did my own growing bags from weed covers, black weed covers that I sewed on my sewing machine into small black bags. And last year they performed really well when I planted my tomatoes in them, and they allow the water to come through, so it worked out really well. Last year I made 4 growing bags, and this year I will make more, so be sure to look out for that video, because I will show you exactly why I made my own growing bags and how they perform. Another reason that I decided to make a vegetable garden is because we were able to do it very easily. Because 2 years ago we built a large pool deck and we had a lot of wood left over from that, so I could use that to my vegetable gardens. With that wood I created my raised beds, and we also had wood left over to create our fence around our vegetable garden. I started our vegetable garden from nothing. We just chose a grass area near our house, and the area had to have a lot of sunlight because the vegetables need a lot of sunlight. I gave the size of our vegetable garden a lot of thought because I wanted the area to be just perfect in size for our family. Our area is 10 meters by 10 meters. In this area I can have 13 raised beds. I wanted our garden to be big enough so we can have all these raised beds, so we can grow different vegetables in them, but I didn't want the area to be too big. Also, when I planned my vegetable garden, I wanted to have an area that was easy to take care of, and I didn't want to put a lot of time on maintaining it and picking out weeds from the soil, so I wanted everything to be really easy to take care of. So I decided to go with the raised beds. When I started my vegetable garden, I had only an area full of grass. So I decided to first make all my raised beds. In my garden I have 13 raised beds. I have 12 beds for my vegetables. They are all in different size, and I have one flower bed in the center of the garden. The reason I like to use raised beds is because I can decide for myself how deep I want them to be, and because I had covers on the ground, the covers prevented the grass from growing up into the soil, and also it's easier to maintain and to pull out weed that you find during during the time that you are taking care of the raised beds. My raised bed in the middle, the one that I have for flowers, I decided to make a little bit taller so I could plant a decorative tree. The tree's name is Salix integra, and it's a smaller tree with beautiful pink flowers, and around that tree I can plant flowers from the season. I think the bed in the middle with the flowers looks really cute on our country home. The raised beds I just cut out with our circular saw, and I just screwed everything together until I had the size that I was happy with. As I said, my raised beds are in different size, and I will put all the raised bed size on the description box so you can read all about the different size we have on our raised beds. When it was time to make our vegetable garden, I started with laying down covers on the grass. The covers would prevent the grass and the weed from growing through. When I had the covers down, I decided to place all of my prepared raised beds on top. And when the design was ready, I decided to go with bark and mulch between all of my beds, and this would create an area that I think is clean, good looking and easy to walk on. The bark and the mulch makes a good layer on this protective cover, and it prevents the grass and the weed from growing through. And I really think that the aesthetic of the whole garden is really nice with all the bark and the mulch. This year I will have to refill some of the areas with bark and mulch, and I will probably do that every year just to really create a good layer of this material. When everything was done and I was really happy with the result, we decided to build a fence around our kitchen garden just to make it even more good looking aesthetically, and it just created a little room outside. And the fence also created a good framing around our kitchen garden. I really can't wait to start the season again. I have a lot of work ahead of me this season, so make sure that you subscribe and push the little bell so every time I put out a new video about our kitchen garden you will get a notification. Last week I received mail from a Swedish company called odla.nu. I decided to order a few seeds from their website to my upcoming season with growing vegetables. This is my little mail, and inside I have all of my seeds that I decided to order from their website. I thought I would share a few of them with you. As I mentioned earlier, my kids also helped me decide what to grow this year. Of course, I have my tomatoes. I have cucumber that I can grow outside in the raised beds. This tomato sort is red with yellow stripes, so I'm excited to try this one. Our kids wanted to grow pumpkins for fall, so here I have a few pumpkin seeds. We will also grow onions. We always grow carrots. We really love carrots. We also grow peas. Here is another little bag of pumpkins. My son really loves to grow corn, so here we have corn seeds. Along with these seeds I will also grow onions and lettuce, and I will also grow strawberries. They really like strawberries. And we will also grow a few wildflowers because our bees really like the wildflowers, so they can collect pollen. In this video I told you a little bit about why I decided to create our vegetable garden, how we did, and a little bit about a few of the veggies that we are growing in our garden. I hope you like this video and I will see you again soon. Bye!